What's up, everybody? I'm John. Welcome back to Holland TV, and today we're doing an updated review on my 2020 Giant Trance Junior. Right now, I'm going to be going over my most recent bike upgrades, such as I got these Santa Cruz grips. They're really nice and comfortable, and you might have seen already. I have this Crank Brothers dropper post. It's like it makes such a big difference for a kid my size, and it's like I think it's 125 millimeters. And it just makes so much of a big difference. And I also got All Mountain Style frame protection for Christmas, for my birthday. And it just makes it protects your frame and it gives the bike a little bit of a flare. I have it here, 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 and here. And it just keeps the bike nice and not scratched up. And I also have these Race Face Chester pedals. So yeah. That's all for the new upgrades I've done. So, alright, so all of you who haven't seen my last review on this bike, up here at my cockpit, I have my Shimano brakes. These brakes, I mean, they're decent, but they're not as good as you would get on a little bit more expensive bike. But they don't really have a big option of bikes from full suspension bikes for my size that are high quality. And then I have my shifter up here. I put some grip tape on it to make it a little bit more grippy. And these Santa Cruz grips, you might notice that the end of them shredded. That's from a big fall. And then I have the remote for my dropper post. It has a Crank Brothers logo for the button part. It comes with like a grip tape with any color. Like this one has pink. And then I have my lockout buttons for my fork. And the bars are really nice, just enough of a rise, and they're nice wide apart for a kid. And the stem, it's a good stem. It's just like, I mean, if they made it a little bit shorter, it would pull you more back on this bike. I've noticed that you're kind of a little bit over the front wheel on this bike, but you got, like any bike, you get used to with that. All right. Up here at the front of the bike, I have this 110 millimeter RockShox Recon, whatever you say. And this bright orange mud flap, and it's kind of hacked for this bike because like it's not for this bike and fork specifically, so I had to like cut it down. And then I'm rocking 26-inch wheels coming stock on this bike, so like they're wide, wide tires and rims, and like a 160 rotor, I'm pretty sure, just about that. And then these are 2-piston brakes, and then I have the Maxxis Minion DHF up front. It's nice and grippy, and overall the front of this bike's really stable. And if you break this wheel, it's gonna be hard to find a new one like this because old 26-inch wheels are probably really skinny. But these wheels have been holding up really good. And the hubs aren't not getting loose or anything, and the rims are nice, I mean, decent quality. But the one weird thing about these rims, you can't make them tubeless because they have little holes in the side of the rims that are the weirdest thing ever. So like, if you try to make it tubeless, you like can't because you'd have to get a whole new rim setup. Now let's talk about my rear shock and frame. So my rear shock is a RockShox Deluxe Select Plus. It's kind of confusing. It's 120 millimeters of travel. I honestly, if you get this bike and you bring big drops and jumps like I do, get some volume spacers, which I haven't done because it bottoms out pretty fast. And then this frame, I really love the color that Giant put on this for the 2020 version. It's like a bluish lens with like the sparkly gray up here, and I have a one-up components work less, ride more sticker on here, and then the only water bottle that you can really fit on this bike is this Fidlock, which I have back here. It's like the really small Fidlock, and it just fits like millimeters of space in there. And this rear linkage is basically the same as some bigger bikes Giant makes, and it runs really smooth, and it's just sick. For the drivetrain here, I have XSX group set coming stock on this bike. They kind of cheaped out on the drivetrain for this bike. I mean, it holds up decently. I broke one derailleur, so I upgraded it with a nice XO1, running so much better than the old one. The cassette, it's pretty nice, and then the cranks are nice length for this bike. And then the chain, it's a good chain. I have actually the GX chain on this instead of the SX chain that comes stock on this bike. What? For the rear tire and rim and hub, we have a Maxxis Icon. It's basically their dirt jump tire with like a bit of extra tread. The hub sounds pretty nice. It's not that loud. And one thing that I forgot, the engagement on this bike for the hub, it's really slow. So like if you've seen a video of the hub, like what's inside the hub, the little like, I don't know, they're little like almost like gears. Some fancier hubs have more of them to make them engage faster. Like you could hear like the little ding that's like it's the hub not engaging as fast. But it sounds nice. It's not that loud as a Industry 9 hub or anything. And the rims, I mean, I land basically sideways on this bike and it's still holding up really nice. And yeah, 26-inch rims they're like a beast. Like they ride them on dirt jumps, slope style jumps, and they're just holding up. So like, they're great. Thanks for watching my upgraded review on my 2020 Giant Trance Junior. Head over to Cockpit Bicycles for any of your Long Island bike needs. Don't forget to subscribe, and peace out, Ron!